Saying sorry to your child without making them your therapist? Have you ever found yourself apologizing to your child, only to walk away worrying, did I say too much? Did I mess that up? As parents, we want to take responsibility when we make mistakes with our kids, but at the same time, a quiet fear nags in the background. What if my apology crosses a line and suddenly I'm leaning on my child for emotional support instead of being their safe place? What if instead of helping, I put a burden on them that isn't fair or healthy? Today, I want to reframe how you think about apologies not just as fixing a moment, but as opportunities to build trust, safety, and resilience in your child's heart without blurring those all-important boundaries. By the end of this video, you'll know how to offer a healthy, boundaried apology that repairs the relationship and strengthens your child's emotional confidence, while protecting them from carrying your adult feelings. If this is resonating with you already, if you've ever wondered how to say sorry as a parent without oversharing or feeling awkward, take a moment right now to like this video, subscribe to Calm Roots Parenting for more wisdom like this, and let me know in the comments how old your child is and what brought you here today. Let's start with a bit of honesty. Parenting doesn't come with a script. No parent gets it right 100% of the time. Even the wisest, calmest moms and dads lose their cool, say something too sharp, or fall short of who they want to be. That's human. Sometimes after a tough moment, guilt floods in, and you wonder, should I say sorry? Will apologizing make me look weak? Or will it burden my child if I open up too much? You're not alone. Many of us fear repeating our own childhood patterns, whether that's parents who never apologized or parents who overshared and left you feeling more like their confidant than their child. Here's a comforting truth. Relationships with your child aren't built on getting it perfect. They're built on repair. Every time you repair a rupture, even a small one, you model something powerful. Mistakes are part of life, and connection can always be rebuilt. But for the repair to truly heal and empower without overloading your child, your apology needs to be both genuine and boundaried. This is where a lot of us get stuck. Maybe you worry about saying too little and seeming cold, or you find yourself over-explaining, dumping your feelings, or making your child responsible for your emotional state. That's a lot of pressure for little shoulders. Let's start with why this matters from a brain and relationship point of view. When you apologize and repair with your child, you're not just smoothing things over, you're actually teaching their nervous system that relationships are safe, that trust can be restored, and that mistakes don't mean love disappears. These are the building blocks of resilience and emotional intelligence. But when the boundary between parent and child gets blurry, say, when you unload your pain onto them, or ask for their forgiveness to feel better about yourself, that safety breaks down. That's why the best parenting apologies have a clear structure: honesty, responsibility, and emotional protection. Let's paint a real-life picture. Imagine you lose your patience and snap at your child for whining. Their face crumples, and immediately, you feel a stab of regret. You know you want to repair, but what does a wise, boundaried apology sound like? Do you say, "I'm sorry. Mommy is just so stressed out with work and bills, and no one helps her, and life is really hard"? Or do you offer, "I'm sorry I yelled at you. That was not fair to you, and you didn't deserve it. I want you to feel safe with me, and I'm working on handling my big feelings better"? Notice the difference. The first example invites the child to worry about your problems, maybe even to comfort you. The second protects them, owning the mistake without making them your emotional caretaker. Let's break down the three-part formula for a healthy parent-to-child apology. First, state what happened. Be clear and specific, without blaming your child or outside factors. Second, acknowledge the impact. Name the feelings you imagine your child experienced because of your words or actions. Third, offer reassurance and a commitment to do better without expecting emotional caretaking from your child in return. So, putting this into words, you might say, "I'm sorry I raised my voice. I can see that scared you. That wasn't okay, and you deserve to feel safe. I'm working on staying calm when I get upset." That's it. No extra details about your bad day. No pressure on your child to say it's okay or to make you feel better. Let's pause for a moment. If this is opening something up for you, Or if you recognize a pattern from your own childhood, maybe your parents never owned their mistakes, or maybe you were the one comforting them after they lost it. I hope you'll share your thoughts in the comments. You're breaking generational cycles by even having this conversation. And if you know another parent who wrestles with guilt or apology, send them this video. Let's normalize healthy repair, not perfection. Now, let's talk about what to leave out of your apology and why it matters. Don't put your feelings on your child's plate. It can be tempting to say, "I yelled because I'm just so exhausted by work and your dad isn't helping," but this puts adult burdens where they don't belong. Children aren't supposed to solve your problems or manage your stress. Imagine your child's brain like a little backpack. Every time you hand them your worries, it gets heavier. Over time, that can turn into anxiety, guilt, or people-pleasing. Your child needs to know they can trust you to carry the big feelings, not the other way around. And it's important to avoid asking for forgiveness as a way to make yourself feel better. Instead, give your child space to have their own feelings about the moment. They may not be ready to reassure you, and that's okay. Your job is to provide the repair. Their healing will follow in their own time. Some children might hug you right away. Others might be quiet or even push you away for a while. Stay steady and remind them with your presence that you are the grown-up and their emotional safety matters most. You might wonder, but shouldn't I teach my child to forgive? Absolutely, but not by making them responsible for your emotional process. Instead, model what healthy ownership of mistakes looks like. In the long run, your child learns, when I make mistakes, I don't have to be perfect or hide. Repair is possible, and love is safe. Remember, a wise apology is not about the words you use as much as the state you are in when you say them. If you're shaky or upset, take a few deep breaths first and calm your own nervous system. You are your child's emotional anchor. When you're calm, your apology feels grounding, not guilt-inducing. This is connection before correction. And if you ever feel unsure, keep it simple. I'm sorry I snapped. That wasn't okay. And I'm here with you. That's enough. Let's highlight what this gives your child: over time, self-worth, emotional security, and freedom to be imperfect. When you show them it's safe to make things right, they internalize that message. They'll approach relationships with more honesty and less fear of rejection. They'll learn that love isn't withdrawn when someone is upset, and that it's possible to speak up, repair, and reconnect. If you're feeling the weight of guilt or regret right now, please hear me. Your willingness to repair is brave. You are not a bad parent. You simply weren't given this script when you were growing up. The truth is, generations before us didn't have the language or tools for healthy repair. You get to rewrite that story, starting today. Here's one last invitation. Think of a moment, a time when you or someone in your family owned a mistake and truly repaired the connection. How did that change your relationship? Was it a turning point? Maybe it was the first time you felt really seen, or your child softened and rushed back into your arms. Those repair moments build the foundation your child will return to over and over again, long after they've grown. So today, I encourage you to try this boundaried, 3-part apology with your child the next time there's a rupture, big or small. Remember to state what happened, acknowledge the impact, and offer reassurance without over-explaining or seeking comfort from your child. And if this video gave you clarity or hope, please like, subscribe to Calm Roots Parenting, and share one repair moment that changed a relationship for you in the comments. For more ideas on raising emotionally secure kids, check out our next video on connection-based discipline, because you don't have to be perfect to be the parent your child needs.